doing a slow roll so you have a chance to write some stuff. Next up, we've got ReMove, Zero Waste Strategies. Let's hear it for ReMove.
Hi, we're one of the zero waste teams. I'm Samantha.
Hi, I'm City.
And our solution is ReMove, addressing Berkeley's curbside waste. Every year, over 1,000 mattresses are left out on the curb, and 500 and half of them are just from students' spring move-out season. And this is just mattresses alone. This is creating both an eyesore and draining city dollars. And it all comes back to two problems. The existing information is both overwhelming and hard to find. Then once people find the information that they need, they can't get to the transfer station without an access to vehicle. This is adding extra strain on our residents and students who already put moving out on a low priority. The existing efforts are there, but they all fall short. The free bulk pickup is limited to single-family homes and 1 to 4 unit apartments. The resource app is great for information, but it lacks the transportation aspect. Then from talking to interviewing the Cal Move Out program, we've learned that it simply just reached its capacity at 60 students that they can pick up furniture from a year.
Through our lived experience of these pain points and our world-class education at Berkeley as software engineers, environmental scientists, and experienced founders, this team is uniquely equipped to solve this problem. Our solution tackles Berkeley's curbside waste by providing students with the information they need before critical periods, reducing student friction to using existing resources, and providing an incentive for following through. The first component of our program is an outreach and targeted marketing campaign. We'll be implementing a mandatory waste disposal training on student platforms like Cal Central, similar to existing trainings we have to complete at the start of every semester. This way, students have the knowledge they need before they get bogged down with classes because finals happen at the same time as midterms, and that's such a stressful season. Secondly, we will be partnering with local organizations on campus, including Cal Zero Waste, to help us make sure that this information reaches students from many different sources. Lastly, we'll be placing ads in high visibility areas, like AC Transit buses and on campus to drive adoption and awareness of the technical component of our solution. Meet ReMove, the agentic AI-powered disposal assistant app. ReMove has one key feature. It's connected to all the existing city resources that have already been developed. This way, you can go into the app, schedule pickups, report curbside waste to the city, and also use a photo recognition software within the app to get a customized plan to rehome or dispose of an item that you no longer need. We will also be partnering during move out with local small businesses to provide an incentive to students who use the app suggestions to actually follow through.
Now let's go into what actually happens with the physical item. So once ReMove evaluates the item based on the condition, it'll decide if it's usable. One of our third-party movers will bring it to one of our many partners, that might be Urban or a local thrift store. If it's unusable, it'll be brought to the transfer station in Berkeley. What ReMove is really doing is appraising the condition without the need and reliance of human labor. And it's also able to optimize the routes to reduce the cost and also the system overall.
Currently, we're extremely excited to be in the development phase. Over year one, we're looking to build out our app and push forward our awareness and marketing campaign, preparing for move out in 2027. We anticipate that the city will avoid a lot of costs through the adoption of our app, and we want to refunnel those funds into supporting the Cal Move Out program in year two to help pick up students' waste so that they're not responsible for it on their own. In year three, we're looking forward to push the adoption of our app and expand our capabilities to the entire city of Berkeley, including permanent residents, so that this solution isn't just for students, but is a sustainable solution for the city at large. To make this a long-term deployment possible, we're looking to state grants, such as the one that the city of Santa Cruz has recently adopted for building out similar waste infrastructure technology. Right now, we ask for the continued support of the CIC program and the city of Berkeley to help us make ReMove a reality. At this time, we'd love to take any questions, and I'm going to invite the rest of my team up to help us with that. Thank you so much.
All right, nice work. Who's up first? All right, here we go, Vera.
All right, I'll go. What are you thinking as you're thinking about this scaling model or scalability model roadmap? What other sources of funding are you thinking beyond city grants?
Yeah, so one grant we explored, it's provided to the Cal Grants website, the Infrastructure State Revolving Fund. So minimum of $1 million up to $65 million over 30 years. So this is a loan, but we estimate that it'll be able to save the city a lot of cost through reducing the cost of disposal and hauling to move out, and also reducing the cost on the already stressed waste reduction system.
Thanks. This is great. I'm curious, maybe I missed it, but what was the incentive that you were talking about? And then also, I know transportation was one of the issues you were trying to address, and I think you mentioned third-party movers. Were there other types of transportation that you were looking at?
Yeah, so we know a lot of other schools that have implemented programs like this, such as BU, UC, Davis. They all partnered with secondhand resale organizations like Goodwill Bins. We have Urbanor right here in Berkeley. So we're hoping to partner with them so that they can come and pick it up. The incentive part comes in online digitally. So when someone schedules a pickup and they follow through with it, what we were thinking is they could scan the person who's helping them move their item to the first floor. They could scan like a QR code on the user's phone, and then that verifies that they follow through with disposing of their waste. And in doing so, they can get like a discount from the local business.
And to clarify, a lot of our existing platforms that you just mentioned, like Urbanor, have existing like pickup capabilities.
Could you say a few things about how much, like the Cal move out? You mentioned the scale isn't there, but could you say a little bit about what you learned from looking more deeply into what we already have?
Yeah, so we learned that they can save about 110,000 pounds. And what their capacity limitation is really storage. And post-graduation, they can't do things in parking lots. And there's a really time constraint that students are still there. They need to move out, but not interfering with graduation, which kind of extends for a little bit longer than like a day, if you don't know too much about the graduation aspect of it.
And so possession and storage is
Possession
more
is
efficiently
storage,
managed
yes.
here.
And then there's also the limitation on picking it up as well. So they are allowed to, they can have more people bring it to Clark Kerr where it's hosted at, but they can't be able to store it in their pods that they rent out for that week or so that they're doing it, and pick it up and all that sort of thing.
Got it, thank you.
I know. I was actually checking on something very important. Okay, let's hear it for ReMove. And the thing that was very important that I was checking on was whether or not the food had arrived. And indeed, I can confirm that the food is here. But first, let's give a big round of applause for all 5 teams. Big round of applause. Big round of applause for the, not me, no. Applause for our judges, Mayor Ishii, Chancellor Lyons, Mayor Zotham. Speaking of the judges, they are now going to go into the boardroom and deliberate and pick our 2 winners, while you are invited to go back and help yourself to some of the food that just arrived. We will be back here in 20 minutes-ish, 25 minutes, to announce the winners. We'll see you here.